Jenna, welcome Jenna to Laugh a Minute.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so excited to be here and I love seeing your face and your glasses.
Thanks so much. Yeah, this is fun. This is fun. I'm so glad you were like, open to this. This was your idea, to go visual too. So for everybody, Jenna's got a YouTube channel. She is a fellow laughter yoga teacher with me. And Jenna, you want to tell them where they can find you on YouTube?
Yes, my YouTube channel is Laugh with Jenna. But most of my classes, though, can actually be found on jennapasquale.com, which
Okay,
is
you want to spell that?
Yes, JENNAPASCUAL.com. Or you could also go to my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/laughwithjenna.
Nice. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yay, Laugh with Jenna. So laughing with Jenna. Woo! So tell me what you're wearing too, because our folks, on the podcast, they've got to visualize.
Well, I actually found this beautiful, I don't even know, what are these called? I don't know what they're called.
It's kind of like a sort of like a poncho.
Like a poncho? Yeah, I guess you could say poncho. I think it's from Guatemala. I actually got it from a thrift shop on my street, and it's called Relove. I love the name of the store, but it's from Relove, and it's this royal blue poncho. And these are my blue earrings, these blue and white earrings, and they were made in the Philippines. I actually just went to the Philippines.
Oh, fabulous.
In February. So this is from the Taboli tribe in the Philippines.
Wow, Taboli tribe, and they're beaded and they're blue. They're this royal blue with white beads and different they're long and they kind of hang with different pieces. They're beautiful. And now we should say the poncho though has this. I think Guatemalan because they are famous for those multicolored details. So it has like two necklaces sort of around the embroidery around the top, like one with flowers and pink and yellow and green, and then these other little sort of diamond shaped patterns with turquoise and purple and white and green.
Flowers and the leaves. I love the flowers and the leaves.
Yeah, they're leaves. Okay, cool. Yeah, they're beautiful, just beautiful. So this is great. And I'm also wearing a vintage find from my neighborhood, which is really perfect. And it's a similar turquoise and but with white. And this is from a Japantown rummage sale where mostly the wonderful the wonderful families donate things, and this is a cute little, like, not a jumpsuit but more like a little like kind of like kimono style jacket with some shorts. So
I love the shorts. Can we show all the viewers at home?
All right, yeah, I think we can. It's sort of like, I got to give you a little leg here, right?
I love it. It's magic. I love
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so this was fun. So it's very like my jammies kind of, but when we're sheltering at home, it's like, well, what are you supposed to wear, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not gonna press a pair of pants. Laundry laughter yoga would be a whole thing that we could do. Yeah. So
I want to thank you, Mick,
yeah,
for being open to this spontaneous recorded version. So Mick actually just requested that this be a podcast, but I suggested that we make it visual since we're doing Zoom anyway.
And how are you going to say no to you, first of all? But you looked so cute as soon as the camera came on. I was like, oh my God, you look so cute. I need to change. And then it was like, I was thinking that when she said, are you open to recording this visually? And I said, yes. I mean, come on. I love it. This is so perfect. So we were at a training together when this idea sort of blossomed for me. Raya and Carol, who we just recorded, were also there. You've been teaching, I think, more or less full time. And tell me what you're doing with laughter yoga, because it's kind of been a lot.
Yes, so I got trained in 2016, but it wasn't until 2018 that I started hosting regular classes at the library, at North Beach Library here in San Francisco. And in 2019, I actually started my own laughter yoga business. So now I'm doing it full time, and it's been about a year now since I've been doing it full time.
Yay, so cool.
Yay!
Yay. Woo.
Should do
Where do
the
you learn
very good,
yoga?
very good. Yay!
That's right. Very good. Very good. Yay. That is sort of, where can you even just say where that comes from? Because we haven't even done that yet on a one of our podcasts.
Yes, so as part of the training, we learned that to help people in class know that one laughter exercise is ending and we're beginning another one, we say very good, yay, and it's like a little
Yeah, yeah. So thank
clap.
you for that. It's very handy because then it's sort of like people, I mean, people don't know what to expect, right? When they come to a laughter yoga class if it's for the first time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And just even the way you clap, that's very important too, to clap with your finger beds pressing each other to really
Ooh.
stimulate the organs. So we have acupressure points in our fingers, and when we clap with our hands, with our palms right on top of each other, it helps activate.
Yeah, like all your systems, right? And all of this, like bringing positive, healthful energy. It's so fascinating. It's sort of like when we laugh maybe when we see a show, and like we clap when we see like something that we love, and
Yeah.
how that is actually and just clapping right now, like clap for like just I don't know 5 or 10 times, and then even just like close your eyes for a second when you do that, and just pull your hands apart, and you can feel this vibration right
Yeah.
through your hands. It's
Mhm.
really quite sensitive because our hands are so, I mean, they're super sensitive touch, but like knowing that just clapping is a great way to sort of, just connect and almost like a reboot, right, of your energy. And so
Yeah.
we do that in the laughter yoga classes in the trainings, style that we've been uh, learning, and it's just it's kind of a subtle thing that this is an opportunity to kind of talk about it, so that's cool. Yeah. Now, question for you, Jenna, because you've taught a lot, what are some other things that you tell people like at the beginning of a laughter
Yes.
yoga class?
So this is how I always start my classes. So I mainly teach at companies and schools, and a lot of people are stressed out. So I usually start with, who here wants to reduce stress? And then most of the people raise their hand. Who here wants to boost their immunity? And who here wants to spark creativity? And all the hands raised.
Oh yeah.
And then that's usually how I start, because laughter can help with all of these things.
Yeah.
There's so many health benefits to laughter, but I like to really promote those three health benefits: stress, immunity, and creativity.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. That makes total sense, and I can feel it. I get it. Awesome.
And a lot of people, most of the people in my audience or my target audience, a lot of them are really left-brained. And I mean, I don't want to label people as left brain, right brain, but they want to know that it's backed up by science, and laughter yoga is backed up by science. So for those who don't know, there are scientific studies that show that our bodies can't tell the difference between simulated laughter and real laughter. And studies also show that if you just laugh for 10 to 15 minutes of sustained voluntary laughter, you can reap all these health benefits. So
Bingo, bingo. Ding, ding,
yeah.
ding, ding, ding. That's the magic right there. Thank you for going through all of that. I mean, what a great orientation. Kind of gets people like, first of all, if they weren't convinced, it's sort of, a lot more also, I think, just relaxed to be there, because it's like, oh yeah, I'm not just here to I don't know, just act silly for, to entertain, the teacher, or my work group, or whoever it might be, right? It's like you're going to get some real benefits out of this, and I think that's why we both do this. And I would also say too, I think what's so important is, it's also probably what brought us to it. right? And so I've thought about when I became a hatha yoga teacher, it was just as much for my own practice 20 years ago than it was, for anyone else. It was kind of an expression of deepening my practice for my own health and my own, sanity, right? My first yoga class, I kind of experienced um, more peace than I really had ever had up until those sort of 18 years of my life. So it kind of blew my mind. And I thought, I got to learn more about this. And then ultimately became a teacher. But, what brought you to laughter yoga? That's my next question.
Similar reasons for my own health. So actually, my mother died when I was 15. She died of cancer. And
Sorry.
yeah, no, thank you. And I worked before I became a yoga teacher, I actually spent about 10 years working at tech startups.
Okay.
And when I was about 25 years old and I was working at Facebook at the time, I got diagnosed with repetitive stress syndrome.
Oh.
So that was when, I started developing health problems. And then when I turned 29, I started realizing I never fully processed my mother's death. So that led me to just leave tech completely.
Mhm.
And I decided to go on a solo trip. So I spent 7 months traveling in Latin America.
Wow.
And it was my goal, it was one of my life goals to go to 30 different countries before I turned 30. And
Wow.
yeah, I did it in honor of my mother. So my mom, she didn't get to travel much during her lifetime. So I said, if I ever have the time and the resources to travel, I'm going to do it with her in spirit. So I
Yeah.
was 29 at the time. I had 13 countries left to hit my 30 goal.
Whoa.
So I went out and did it. And while I was on this 7 month solo journey in Latin America, I discovered Vipassana meditation in Bolivia. So I did my first 10-day retreat in Bolivia. And while I was there, I met someone who recommended this yoga teacher training in Guatemala.
Mm.
So I signed up for the yoga teacher training. And when I signed up for it, I was actually in Nicaragua at the time. And I was hanging out with a bunch of yoga teachers. And one of the yoga teachers, she said, you should look into laughter yoga, because she noticed, that she loved my laugh.
Uh-huh.
And so she kind of planted the seed of laughter yoga.
Yeah.
It was the first time I ever heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started noticing every country I went to, people would compliment my laugh.
No way.
Yeah,
Awesome.
this is
I'm
amazing.
really
Like,
not surprised, but
yeah.
yeah.
And there was a specific moment in Nicaragua. I remember I was just on the streets, just laughing with my friend. One of my friends he's a comedian, and he was just telling jokes. And I was just laughing hysterically on the streets. And these two men came up to us and they asked me, they were like, can we record your laugh? And I felt honored. I was like, oh, thank you. Like, you love my laugh so much that you want to record it.
Wow.
So then I started really thinking, like, wow, if people get so much joy out of my laughter, what can I do with this?
Yeah.
And so when I came back to America, I looked up laughter yoga, and then I found the free class at UCSF Osher Center. It
Yep.
was facilitated by Teresa Corrigan, who I know you also did your training with.
Absolutely wonderful, Teresa.
Yes, and I went to one class, and that one class changed my life. In that one class, I already knew that I wanted to be a laughter yoga teacher. And what really touched my heart is there were in that particular class, there were a lot of cancer patients.
Oh, okay.
And I just saw how much joy they got out of laughter yoga. And I could feel my mom's presence in that room too, because she died of cancer. And I just thought, oh, if I can spread joy and laughter, why not? So
Yes.
I signed up for training that same year, and I've been laughing, sharing my laugh ever since.
Oh, I love that. That's so incredible. What a beautiful, beautiful story. That's really inspiring. Yeah. Great. Great, great, great. Well, wow. So you have a lot of experience to draw upon with your laughter exercises. I mean, they come from kind of everywhere. I'm really big on kind of spontaneity and the improv of it, right?
Yeah.
I think drawing on different experiences, that's what it's all about. So, for Laugh a Minute, the format here is we do just a little, it's just a bite really, but a 1 minute kind of extended laugh based on any exercise that you want to lead us through. So I'm going to just let you take it away. And then what I'll do is just watch the clock and and I'll give you the rundown when
Should I
we.
explain it first and then we start the minute, or?
We'll start the minute once we start laughing. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. We do not want to shortchange the laughter part.
All right. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's so many that I love. I think today I'm gonna go with mental floss.
Okay, mental.
So, yes, so mental floss is this. I love waking up to mental floss because, just like we floss our teeth to clean our teeth, we also want to clear our minds and clean our minds of any negative thoughts or things that don't serve us.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
Yeah.
you can do, for those that are listening on the podcast, you can make little fists near like the temples of your eyes. And we're going to pretend like we are cleansing our minds like floss. So it's like mental floss. So just side to side. All right. Okay. Are we ready for our minute of mental floss?
I think so. I'm going to hit it. And yes. Get in there good. Oh my gosh, we did it. Woo. That mental floss out there.
Very good. Very good. Yay.
Yay. Oh my gosh, Jenna, that's a great one. Mental floss. Yes. Wow. And you wake up to that in the morning.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you, Mik. I love what you're doing with this podcast. It's a great way to share laughter and laughter yoga.
You too. Namaste.
Namaste. Yeah. The laugh in me honors the laugh in you.
Absolutely. The laugh in me honors the laugh in you. Namaste. Wow, Jenna, time flies. So thank you for this.
Thank you, Mik.
Yeah, and we will talk again really soon. I'd love to have you back.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, cool. All right. Talk to you soon, my dear. Bye.